Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Natalia Lee. I'm an indie author, full-time freelance editor, and person with long hair. And I have received quite a few questions both on past YouTube videos and on my Instagram about my hair, how I have grown my hair out, how I have been able to keep it this long, and I love watching hair videos, long hair journeys, long hair, hair care, like all that stuff. I absolutely love it, so I thought, why not share my long hair journey with you? So that is exactly what we're doing today. So before we get started, I guess I will show you how long my hair is right now. So here is my belly button and my hair. It is wavy right now because I wear it in braids all the time. So it tends to just be wavy like 99% of the time. It is reaching top of my hip bones right here. And then if I turn around, okay, so my hair right now is about tailbone length when it is wavy. And like I said, I keep my hair in braids, either 2 braids or 1 braid almost all the time. So I have not seen my hair straight or even semi-straight in quite a long time. So yeah, that is where I'm at so far with my hair growth journey. I am still growing out my hair. I want it even longer and we're going to see how long I can grow it. But we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Let's go ahead and rewind all the way back to 2009 when I started my hair growth journey. So in 2009, I was a freshman in high school, and it's kind of funny what inspired me to grow my hair long. In 2009, I started watching anime. I love anime. I can't count how many different animes I have watched. And a lot of the characters, both male and female in anime, have this like glorious, long, beautiful, like unrealistically beautiful long hair. And I watched, anime and I thought, oh my God, the hair is so gorgeous. I want to have hair like that. So it's a little bit funny, but that is what inspired me to start growing my hair long, was just seeing how beautiful anime characters looked with really, granted, unrealistically long, beautiful hair. So I had never had long hair before. Ever since I was a kid, my hair pretty much was somewhere between like shoulder length and boob length. It just always hovered within there. But in 2009, when I was a freshman in high school and I was watching a lot of anime, I decided I wanted to grow it long. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to pop some photos and some slides up onto the screen just to give you some reference of like where I was in my hair care journey, in my long hair journey, and what my hair looked like from year to year, from 2009 all the way to now, 2021. Okay, so this first photo I am showing you is from October 2009. I was a sophomore in high school, and in this photo I was actually at a homecoming dance. So you can see we're all dressed up and, feeling really fancy. And when I entered high school, I was just coming out of like a scene girl phase. So I was really into like colorful hair, really big hair that was really poofy on top, a lot of layers. So my hair was, to me, relatively short. It was, hovering about here when I was a sophomore in high school, and you can see I wore extensions. I had blonde extensions, I had pink extensions, I had brown extensions. Like I had a bunch of different extensions, all different colors, and I would wear those almost every single day. And the other thing I was doing every single day was straightening the hell out of my hair. I would just stand in front of that mirror and straighten it and straighten it and straighten it. Probably for half hour is how long it took me to straighten my hair every day. And by the time I was done straightening my hair, the entire sink would be full of snapped off, broken, here's Mew, if you see a tail here, that's my cat. Just broken, sad, dry hair that had snapped off while I was straightening it. So this is where my hair journey begins. Okay, this next photo I am showing you is from exactly a year later. It's funny because this photo is from homecoming in 2010, so I was a junior in high school, and you can see my hair was not growing much. I'm not somebody who has ever gotten a lot of haircuts. I do not go for regular trims. I have never gone for regular trims, and the fact that my hair was consistently just about at my boobs, I think goes to show how badly I was mistreating it, because to me it felt like it was not growing, and you can even see in these photos that my hair did not seem to be growing very long. In 2010 I was taking a break from hair dye, so you will see some of my natural color coming back in. My hair now is almost 100% virgin hair, except for the hair that's at the very bottom. It still has some like dark brown and like reddish hues to it from where I used to dye it, but all of this is my natural color. So back in 2010, I started growing out my natural color, but of course, we still have many, many years to get through. And something else, I was still straightening my hair daily. Almost all throughout high school, I was straightening my hair every single day. Okay, so this next picture is from July of 2011. This was the summer before I started my senior year of high school. So you can see that I was starting to embrace my natural hair texture and hair shape a little bit more. These were my senior photos, and I wore my hair wavy for my senior photos instead of straightening the hell out of it. But I hadn't quite escaped the heat tools yet. I was still using heat tools. Sometimes I would use one of those 3-barrel curlers or like 3-barrel wavers to get the really big waves. So even though I wanted to embrace my natural hair texture, I was definitely still using heat tools. And again, you can see from this photo, I kind of have my head like lifted a little bit, which of course makes your hair look a little bit longer from the back. My hair still wasn't growing that long. It's still hovering right about boob length, and it has already been 2 years since we started this hair growth journey. So I didn't know why my hair wasn't growing. I just knew that for some reason it had what I thought was just stunted growth. Okay, that leads us into May of 2012. This was my senior year of high school. I was about to graduate, and I went through another hair phase. So in this photo, you can see that I actually shaved a portion of my head. I'm pretty sure it was, I can't tell if that picture is reversed or not. It was this side. I shaved a big portion of hair off this side of my head, and I don't actually have a photo of this. I might have a photo of it. It's not in my slides though. From this point forward, I actually experimented with some shaving. So I shaved this section of my hair, and then when I was in college, I actually shaved the entire bottom section of my hair. So I have played around with that, and believe me, growing out the bottom of my hair after I shaved it off was really difficult because it would constantly poke out. It was poking out of my braids. It was ridiculous. But yeah, in May of 2012, I entered another phase. I started straightening my hair again. I think I started dyeing it again around this time period as well. I got a really thick, like chunky side bang, shaved part of my head. I was just going through another hair phase. So of course, I would then have to grow all that hair back out for my long hair journey. Okay, now we are moving into 2013. This photo is from July, and I forgot to mention any of my friends or family members who are in these photos, I just put little hearts over their faces for privacy. I don't have a fancy photo editor on my laptop, which is where I made this PowerPoint presentation. My Adobe Photoshop is on my fiance's laptop, and I didn't have that yesterday, so I just put cute little hearts over their faces. Anyway, okay, moving into July 2013. I was definitely dyeing my hair again. You can see from this photo that my hair is quite a dark brown. It even has some like warm undertones to it. And I was trying to embrace, again, my natural texture. You can see in this photo that that's totally just like natural bedhead. That's just what my hair looked like. No straightening or anything. I was playing around with putting like hemp in my hair. I'd put long strings of hemp. Sometimes I would put like feathers or beads in my hair. So I was really just having fun playing around with it. My hair was growing a little bit, but even in this photo, you can see it's still at boob length. It's like I could not escape boob length hair. So now it's been 2009 to 10, 11, 12, 13, 4 years, and my hair is still hovering just right about there. Okay, so this next photo is from June of 2014. I was about to start my junior year of college. Actually, in this photo, I was living on a farm. That's where I lived for 2 years. It was a little like family farm, and I took care of all the animals, especially the horses. I did the horseback riding lessons, and there is something about being kind of like out in a more rural area, working in the dirt, working with your hands, working with the animals, that for me just really encouraged me to embrace my natural self even more. So in this period of time, I started trying to grow out my natural virgin hair again. I was completely embracing my natural texture. I don't think I used a straightener almost at all throughout college. My cat is totally ripping up the back of my chair. So I was just wearing my hair wavy all the time. Even though I wasn't using a lot of heat tools on my hair, something I was doing every single day was a big messy bun on the top of my head. And I used to think that that was totally fine, like, oh, my hair is just up and out of my face. But for me, it was super damaging. And I will talk about this in a different video if you guys are interested in, you know, additional hair care tips after you watch my hair care journey or my long hair journey. So just let me know in the comments down below. And also at this period of time, I was getting really frustrated by the lack of growth, because since 2009, this is now 2014, I had wanted really long hair and it had never grown past my boobs. It was just completely stuck. I was super frustrated and I had no idea what I was doing wrong. All right, this funny little photo is from June of 2015. My mom, my sister, and I took a little trip to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and I posed for this photo there. You can see here that I have abandoned my natural virgin hair and I dyed my hair black, and I still love how I look with black hair. I love black hair. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, but I have not dyed my hair in many, many years. Like I said, this is all virgin hair grown out except for at the very bottom, but I do love how I look with black hair. Eventually I just got tired of upkeep and I wanted to just keep my hair as healthy as possible. But again, we can talk about that in a different video. And it was also at this period of time that I started cutting my own hair, just because I was so frustrated about the lack of hair growth. I can remember very clearly one night I was watching like Game of Thrones or something. I want to say it was Game of Thrones. And I think Daenerys came on screen and she had that like long, beautiful blonde hair. And I literally got so frustrated with my unhealthy hair that wouldn't grow that I stood up, I went to the bathroom, and I cut my hair. And I did that a few times by myself. My sister is a cosmetologist, and you know, she went to school for beauty and hair and all that stuff. So she has trimmed my hair a few times over the years, but I definitely do not follow like the rule of getting your hair trimmed every 3 to 6 months or whatever it is. But I was cutting my own hair every so often, and that was just out of pure frustration, because I wanted my hair to grow long and it wasn't, and I had no idea why. All right, that takes us into May 2016. I was still dyeing my hair black. So this is like a year now that I've been consistently dyeing my hair black, and I was about to graduate from college. This photo is actually from my graduation party. You can see my family members standing there with the little hearts on their faces, and you can see my hair is kind of blunt cut across the bottom, because that is just all I knew how to do. I'm certainly not a hairstylist, but I was very comfortable trimming and just cutting my own hair to one length. So you can see here, it's just straight across, again, right at boob length. It's now 2016 and I have not escaped the boob length hair. But yeah, I was still dyeing my hair black and I was cutting it myself because I was just so frustrated with the apparent lack of hair growth. And I still had no idea what I was doing wrong, but in 2016, everything changes. Okay, now this next photo is from November 2016, and you'll see from here out, I'm actually taking proper hair length photos, and that is because I 100% was ready to embark on a serious long hair journey because of how frustrated I was. And it was in November 2016 that I found the long hair community, and I joined the long hair community forums, and it is amazing over there. I will link it down below. If you are interested in growing out your hair, I highly recommend that you make a profile over at LHC on their forums, because that is where I learned everything I needed to know to grow my hair to the length that it is at now. So in November 2016, I started documenting my hair journey, my long hair journey, my hair care. I started growing out virgin hair again. So I have not dyed my hair since November 2016. So it's been over 4 years now since I last dyed my hair. And this is where everything changes. This is where like I turned over a fresh leaf. I started actually learning about hair care, and I was about to escape the dreaded boob length hair. Okay, so this photo is from March of 2017, and I clearly remember that March is when I made the biggest changes in terms of my hair care and how I was treating my hair. Because in November 2016, I found the long hair community forums and I started learning, and I was like, okay, I kind of know, I have some ideas about what I need to do and what I need to change to grow my hair long, but I didn't 100% start implementing those changes and that hair care until March 2017. So I'd like to say that the journey kind of started in November 2016 because that's when I started learning and started documenting. But in March 2017 is when I 100% committed myself to changing the way I was caring for my hair so that I could grow it long. All right, here is a photo from July 2017, and you can see that it was like below my rib cage now. And of course, everybody's body is different. So when I'm saying like, oh, it was at boob length or waist length or tailbone or whatever, just know that we all have different like lengths of torso. So this is just, you know, the length that it was for me, I guess I could say. So in this photo here, I was at about waist length, which is like the thinnest part of your waist. You can see that I had my hands there. So in these photos, I'll be putting my hands at different like measurements on my body. So this one was at waist length. I decided to try a no shampoo challenge. We call it the no poo challenge. I can make a whole video on that. I did no poo for almost like a year, and that was quite the experience. And my natural virgin hair was growing out, and when combined with that really dark black hair, why are you sniffing my armpit? And when combined with that really dark hair, it looked horrible. I did not like it. I wasn't proud of it, but I was determined to see it through. Mew is just all over me. Her little tail is here. She's everywhere. Okay, so now we are jumping to 2018. This photo is from April, and I was almost at hip length. And hip length for me was a little bit weird to measure because I was never quite sure where to put my hands. Like some people measured it at the very like peak of their hips, like the very top. Some people measured it a little bit lower, but I was almost at hip length. I was making great progress, and my virgin hair was just below my ears. The line of virgin hair versus dark hair was still very, very obvious, especially if I was outside or in the sun. You could see it like a beacon. Like it was super obvious, but I just knew that I had to push through it and that I wasn't going to give up. Even though there have been many times, even throughout this long hair journey, that I have almost wanted to dye my hair black again, but I have not done it because I know how hard it is to grow out virgin hair, and I do not want to go through that process again. I decided to stop the no poo method. Again, let me know if you are interested in hearing about how that challenge went for me. And this was the longest my hair had ever been. I was finally seeing progress, and it's all because I started changing how I was caring for and treating my hair. Okay, this next photo is from November 2018, and my hair is looking really, really good in this photo because my sister, who, you know, I told you she went to school for hair and beauty and all that stuff. She's also the person who does my eyelashes, although I need to go and get them redone. So my virgin hair was past my shoulders, making really good progress. My sister had given me a deep conditioning treatment, which is why my hair looks so luxurious in that photo. That is not how my hair ever looks normally. It's just because I had a very special like spa treatment for my hair, and it lasted for like 3 days. And I was not using any heat tools at this point in time. I had completely abandoned heat tools. And I know that's something that many people are like terrified of doing, but even though it was hard at first, I just kind of slowly transitioned into it, and now I absolutely love my natural hair. I have learned different ways to do heatless hairstyles, you know, heatless waves. There are even ways to get my hair to look semi-straight. I just have to like brush it consistently while it's drying, but I can talk about that in a totally different video if you are interested. So yes, November 2018, 2 years, only 2 years after I found the long hair community, my hair was past my hips. And back in 2009, when I started my journey, 2009 to 2016, I could barely escape boob length. But as soon as I changed how I was treating my hair, suddenly it started growing like crazy. Okay, now we are moving into 2019. This photo is from January, and it's been really interesting. So I told you that I don't use any heat tools. So you can see in this photo that my hair texture is actually relatively straight when I would just let it air dry. And my hair texture and the shape of it has been changing throughout my entire hair journey. So at this point, I think I have naturally wavy hair, but back then my hair was mostly straight except for like a few pieces that like framed my face. Those ones were wavy, and you can see those in this photo. But it's been really interesting just watching how my natural hair texture has changed. The longer my hair has gotten, you know, the fewer heat tools I use on it, the fewer products I put in it, and just the more natural it is, the texture has completely changed, and I did not expect that. So that was really interesting. I was moving toward tailbone length in this photo, which is insane because I had wanted my hair that long since 2009 and I hadn't been able to do it. And now it's just, you know, a couple years after I found the LHC, like I said, and my hair was almost to my tailbone. All right, this one is just another like hair growth check-in. So you can see that my virgin hair is to my bra strap length now. So if I had wanted to cut off all the hair that had been dyed, I could have, and I would have just been back to like boob length again. But I decided not to do that because, like I've said in this entire video, I have wanted long anime girl hair since I was a freshman in high school. So there was no way I was going to cut off all of that hair growth, because even if it looked kind of ugly in terms of like the color gradation, I wanted my hair that long. And in this photo, my hair is pretty much touching my tailbone, almost touching my tailbone. And that was back in October 2019. Also though, something to keep in mind is that in that photo, my hair is looking really, really straight. So when my hair was straight, it was touching my tailbone, and now that I wear my hair super wavy, it is still at my tailbone or past. So I guess that also goes to show how much like your hair shape and texture can affect how long your hair looks. If you have really curly hair or really wavy hair, you could have hair that's super long, but it's just not going to appear quite as long just because of the shape and the texture of it. So now this takes us into November of 2020, so a year later, and you can see that in these photos, my hair is super wavy because I had literally just taken it out of a braid, because I wear my hair in braids all the time. So even being super wavy like that, it is easily at tailbone length. And now I will show you some photos that I took today. My hair, again, is pretty much past my tailbone now. It's touching my butt. It is absolutely amazing, but I am not going to stop. I am going to continue growing out my hair. I would love for it to be probably at the bottom of my butt. I don't know if I would grow it any longer than that, but that is kind of what I'm aiming for right now. And I do expect that to take a couple more years. But yeah, that is my long hair journey. So it's really amazing. Like when I went back through and I was looking at all these photos, just realizing how much of an effect hair care has on the length of your hair and how long it can grow. Because I, you know, back when I was in high school, I was doing all this research on like, why isn't my hair growing? And I kept reading about like terminal length, you know, like people have a terminal length and your hair cannot grow any longer than that. And I was convinced that my terminal length was boob length. And I even had a hairstylist once tell me, yep, that is probably your terminal length. So not throwing any shade on hairstylists out there, but personally, as somebody who has long hair and who has wanted to grow out long hair for many, many years, over 10 years, I have not been able to find a hairstylist who like respects and supports the journey of trying to grow really long hair. I just always had hairstylists who were relatively negative about it, just wanted to cut all of my hair off, just like really frustrating experiences. And that's why either I would cut my hair or I just would have my sister trim my hair every so often. I just completely stopped going to salons because I didn't feel very like welcome there. I didn't feel like my hair was safe there. But again, that could be a whole nother video in and of itself, just like my experience in hair salons, because I have had some terrible experiences over the years. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. That is my long hair journey from 2009 to March, mid-March, late March of 2021. And of course, the journey is not over yet. I'm going to continue growing my hair long. I want it to reach past my butt. And if you guys are interested in that, I can definitely, you know, document more of my hair care and hair growth journey. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see like a tips and tricks video, if you want to see a video about how I completely changed all of my routines and everything I was doing to my hair to allow it to finally grow past the dreaded boob length. I've probably said boob in this video like 50 times. So I would be happy to make all of those videos if you are interested in them. Again, if you are somebody who has been with me for a long time, you will see that my content is shifting slightly. I have been, you know, hardcore author tube for like 5 years now, and I am shifting into more lifestyle content. So if you guys have any requests or, you know, suggestions for lifestyle videos, just pop them into the comments down below. And don't forget to go check out the long hair community forums if you're interested in growing out your hair, because LHC completely changed my hair care life. All right, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to subscribe, hit the little notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next